Share 7 is so important to the girlies. I mean, I wish I was listening to her in my early 20s because she really be putting y'all on game. And it got me thinking about this Janae Aiko situation with Big Sean. And I'm looking at the comments, and a lot of women are like, oh my God, he disturbed her. He left her as a single mother. All she did was just love him, and he used her. He begged to be back into her life. And look what he did to her and stripped her. And she was on her healing journey apparently in 2018, 2019. She took him back. That is where, ladies, you can take accountability. You took him back. You had a choice. It doesn't matter how much a man begs to be back into your life. It doesn't matter how many sweet promises he tell you. You have a choice to walk into that situation. Once you walk into that situation, whatever consequences come out of that, you have to understand the part that you play. She played the part into being a mother. I can say this because I also have been looking at my life and taking accountability for the choices that I made. A lot of shit that I got myself into was because of my choices. Yes, was this person a manipulator? Yes, was this person a liar? Yes, is this person pretended to be this and wasn't that? Yes. But I also can say, loving myself more, I didn't protect myself as much. All the steps that it takes to love yourself, I can go into all these monopolies of like why. At the end of the day, as a grown ass woman with free will and free choice, I am taking my power back. And I'm not going to solely put that, oh my God, I was just stripped of everything and I was mind controlled. Can people be manipulated? Yes. Can people be brainwashed? Yes. But there is always a will. Like God gives you the will to sin or not sin. You also have the will to walk into certain situations. And the moment that you understand that you are a God of your life and your choices, the smarter you'll start moving in this world to understand, like, do I beat myself up over it, or do I finally love myself enough to get myself out of this situation, recognize those patterns, and avoid people like that. Some people have different life paths than you. Some people at a young age can see patterns, recognize them, and move differently. Some have to learn the hard way for others to see that pattern and not follow, and also learn about the pattern and not follow. We're not here to judge each other. All of us are here to just learn. We are forever students. That's it. That's all. So while we're having all these think pieces, including myself, about Janae Aiko, it makes me think about women saying that their willpower was gone, all because a man begged to be back into their life. The moment you start taking your power back, the smaller this man gets, because he's very small and insignificant in your life. You are much bigger than that moment. You're much bigger than that man. You're much bigger than that relationship. That relationship that you're still holding on to for dear life, or the pain that this person has caused you, you take your power back by not putting them as this overall big person that brainwashed you. And no, this is not taking accountability away from the person who also played a part into it and being manipulators and all these other things. It's just taking your power back. Sometimes loving yourself is not fun. I'll give an example. And sometimes loving yourself can be very painful. You know how, like, your parent, you wanted to go out or you wanted to hang out with certain friends or do something or buy something, and they said no. Now, sometimes they said it just because they said it, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of our parents see things that we can't see because of experience, right? So they do their best to protect us, even if it hurts us. Now, when we get that no, we're feeling all types of things. We're feeling rejected. We're upset. We're feeling like we never get what we want. I wanted to buy this. I wanted to go here. I wanted to go hang out with this person. I wanted to do these things. And you have to sit in that discomfort for a while and feel how you are feeling because you don't understand it. But your parents do. That's because they choose to let you sit in discomfort and they'll feel those emotions out of the long term protection that they want for you. That is the same when you have to constantly choose logic over emotion. And this is going back to the Janae Aiko situation with Big Sean. Janae Aiko made an amazing album for the girlies while she was on her healing journey. And as she was healing, like a lot of us experience, is that certain people try to come back into your life while you're on this journey. And you may have even went on this healing journey because of this person. And now this person seems to be trying to be everything that you wanted them to be, although they showed you exactly who they were. And it's really hard because you've been given all these false realities of people change. But once people show you who they are, you can't really chance it because you have to protect yourself. So Janae Aiko would have had to put down her desires and wants of wanting this man back and this relationship back because he seems like he was going to be exactly who she was asking him to be. If she would have continued her healing journey and not allowed him back into her life would have probably looked very differently. And that is the definition of having to love yourself, even when it's painful, because rejecting the person that you probably always wanted and then they come back and they seem like a changed person, sometimes you have to just hurt your own feelings because in the long run, that is what's best for you. So when people make it a fairy tale about loving yourself and always feeling this joyful feeling by loving yourself, it's not always joyful. Sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's discomfort, sometimes it's you're unsure if you're doing the right thing. And you got to constantly make those choices for the rest of your life. That's why sometimes we got to give grace because we're not going to always be perfect and we're not going to always choose ourselves. But at the same time, you can't give grace to a situation where you're constantly never choosing yourself, because then that's a choice to not love yourself.